Hey there, Aluxer. If you're one of the many people on Earth celebrating today, Merry Christmas to you and yours. And if Christmas isn't your tradition, we sincerely hope you're enjoying this season in a way that makes you happiest, even if that's eating Chinese food on the couch with your dog. 2021 has been another one for the history books, and with only a week left, we thought it would be a great time to take a little look back over some of the best advice we offered up this year. Everything from how to conquer your goals to what skills take you the furthest, and the best, most underrated way to give back to the world. Here are 10 of the most valuable pieces of advice from Alux this year. Let's go. Number 1. Remold your mindset from I will never to how can I. This little aha moment can be found in our video 15 mindset shifts that change your life, and it's a major shift you need to make happen if you want to succeed. It's the kind of declaration belief many of us make about ourselves. I'll never be rich. I'll never figure out what it takes to be happy. I'll never understand the Metaverse. And yeah, running that kind of narrative in your head, you definitely won't. But when you notice these kinds of statements come up for you, stop yourself and rephrase it. Instead of the statement, I will never, make it a question of, how can I? Enough with the closed-off definitives. Stop limiting yourself like that. The problem with these kinds of statements is they don't leave any room for movement. If you've already established that something's not gonna happen, there's no interest to even try. The moment you switch to a how can I make this happen attitude, things suddenly open up to identifying a plan that could make it a reality. The biggest asymmetric upside in life is taking action when the rest don't. So take action and make yourself a plan to get what you want. And on a similar note, number 2, any big goal is achievable when broken into smaller steps. Some people find setting goals to be incredibly daunting, but those folks are likely going about it in a way that sets themselves up for failure. The truth is, all of the big, important goals we set and achieve in life always consist of several sets of smaller goals that work toward the end result. Success isn't one big goal accomplished, it's hundreds of thousands of smaller goals ticked off day in, day out. Once you realize this, all of a sudden you understand the challenge is no longer climbing the mountain, but putting the next foot in front of the other. What a relief. Don't allow the size of your dreams to hold you back. Break down the steps and create your path there. This piece of advice came from our video, 50 very short rules to achieve your biggest goals, if you'd like to have some more knowledge nuggets on hitting your targets. Number 3. Land is one of the best assets for the next 50 years at least. With inflation climbing higher and higher each year, we dove into examining which assets are better than holding on to cash right now in a dedicated video, and among the best is land. Of course, developed real estate can be a lot more lucrative in the short term, but owning land offers up value that office and apartment buildings can't deliver on. For starters, it's the only finite physical asset. We cannot create more land aside from making islands, which is hella expensive, or buying plots on the moon someday. The buildings and structures we place on land will not last forever, but the land itself isn't going anywhere. Because it's finite, the value will almost certainly continue to rise over time. As far as wise investments go, owning land is high up there. Number 4. There are only 2 forces in the world, the sword and the spirit. And in the long run, as we said in our video 15 Rules of Kings, the sword will always be conquered by the spirit. Typically speaking, there are 2 major emotions that control us and allow us to control others: fear and the feeling you get when there's something to be gained. The sword can get you in, but unless your goals align, you'll never survive the long term. You can't brute force your way through life and expect happiness and success to last. Fear isn't a sustainable or sturdy foundation to build anything on. Remember that. Number 5. Learning how to learn is the holy grail of skills. We've always said the most valuable skill is to be able to assimilate a variety of skills yourself, to learn how to teach yourself anything, and learning how to learn does exactly that. The moment you have a framework that allows you to absorb, understand, comprehend, and deploy knowledge, you become unstoppable. Need to break through to the next level in life? No problem, just give me 2 weeks to get up to speed on this new direction or project. Things aren't like they were in the past. You can't just learn a skill and coast off it the rest of your life. Times are changing. You need to be able to learn and learn fast. That's why this year we developed our own framework with just the stuff we found valuable. No unnecessary extras, just the essentials. We put all of it into a premium educational experience called Learning Mastery, which we'll be opening up for registration again in 2022. Go to Alux.com/learn to get on the waitlist. Number 6. Metaverse is the industry to keep an eye on. In the next couple of years, every one of you will take part in the Metaverse in some way, shape, or form. This is one of the industries that excites us the most, and we're invested in several projects within the space. It's a way more than just pixels on a screen, but people are often quick to dismiss anything they don't understand. Big players are betting hard on the Metaverse space. Do you honestly think they're doing this because they read a Reddit post once? The more you get familiar with what's happening, the better your position will be. We know a lot of you are interested in this industry, and we'll do some more content around this starting next year. In the meantime, you can learn some more by checking out our video, Why the Metaverse is the Future of Work and How to Get Rich from It. Number 7. A lack of success might mean you aren't yet worthy. And that's okay, it's actually a part of the process. What we mean by that is perhaps you don't yet have the skills required to achieve the tasks you set out for yourself. Very much like a video game, you need to build up your inventory of tools and experience so you can move on to the next level. You think you're ready, but the upcoming boss fight would prove most painful. Not putting you in front of the perfect opportunity yet is like life's way of not squandering it. It's waiting for you to be ready to take charge and do it justice. What tools are you missing? What's missing from your puzzle? Build those skills or hire people who already have them. For more things that hold you back from reaching success, you can watch our video, 15 Reasons It's Taking So Long to Succeed in Life. Number 8. Raising a child is one of the best, most underrated ways to give back. For some, their biggest accomplishments in life won't be what they do, but who they raise. As we explored in our video 15 Ways to Give Back to Your Community, raising a child that will prove valuable to humanity is one of the greatest ways to give back. Frederick Douglass said it best, "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." And if we're being totally honest here, the last 100 years has created a lot of broken individuals learning to be whole as best they can. They say it takes a village to raise a child because children act the way adults act, not the way they speak. Which is why modeling healthy, emotionally intelligent behavior for them to emulate could help to raise the happiest generation we've seen in the modern world, a true gift to society. Children will rise up to be the person you believe them to be. Give them the tools, offer direction, and watch them change the world. Number 9. Use money to buy yourself peace, and you'll end up with happiness. You can't get to happiness without getting to peace first. As we discussed in our video, 15 Ways to Think About Money, when people say money can't buy happiness directly, they fail to mention that money can buy peace. Peace comes from the lack of stress and worry. When we feel safe and like our future is predictably positive, we worry less because we're no longer concerned about what we're going to eat tomorrow, about where we're going to sleep, or if a tiger is hiding in the bushes. Money buys that because these are money problems. Once you've bought your safety, you're left with the non-money problems, like how do I feel about myself, about my relationships, and what do I need to do in life to feel fulfilled? Once you buy yourself peace, you have the luxury of time to figure the rest out, eventually arriving at happiness. Number 10. The risk to go all in on yourself is crucial for success. In our video, 15 Risks You Must Take in Life, we gave you a gold nugget to change your life. It's called the simulated outcome theory, and here's how it works. Look at your life the way it's going right now and imagine doing what you're doing for the next 10 years. What does your life look like if you progress in a linear fashion? If you're happy with the result, keep doing what you're doing. But if you realize this future sucks, a brutal change to your timeline needs to happen. COVID puns aside, you need to become a variant. That's when you drop out or quit your job in order to start living life on your terms. You'll end up working working longer hours, but you'll have the satisfaction that you're building for yourself. For as long as you live, you need to remember, if you don't build your own dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. And that's a wrap, Aluxer. 10 of the most valuable pieces of advice we at Alux offered up in 2021. What's one of the biggest aha moments you had watching our channel this year? Please share them with us and the community down in the comments. We always love seeing what you have to say. And of course, you know we don't like to leave without giving those true Aluxers watching until the end a bonus. So here it is. The world isn't doomed, even though it kind of feels like it sometimes. With COVID on wave 4 or 5, climate change intensifying natural disasters, and the global population increasing at an exponential rate, it can be easy to think we're all fucked, right? But that's the fear in you talking, and it's totally okay to be afraid with so much uncertainty. It's okay to feel that fear, just don't live there. Don't let that fear guide your life and dictate your decisions. As we touched on in our video called Overpopulation Isn't a Problem, Here's Why. We have enough land and resources to care for far more people than we have now. The issue lies in effectively and fairly distributing those resources around the world, something that can be worked out as more and more countries rise up through the stages of demographic transition, becoming further developed and able to focus on solutions instead of just survival, and we can all help them do it faster. We believe this is the "it gets worse before it gets better" part of history. What do you think, Aluxer?